Do you ever feel like you are living the same day over and over again? You wake up, you go to work, you come home, you watch some television, you go to sleep. This routine can be very comfortable, it feels safe, it feels predictable. We know what to expect from each moment, there are no big surprises. For many, that is a source of security. We build our lives around these habits, finding a rhythm that carries us from one week to the next. It's easy to fall into this pattern, and it's even easier to stay there. It pays the bills, it keeps things in order. But sometimes deep down, a little voice starts to whisper. It asks, is this all there is? That voice is your curiosity. It yearns for something new. It is the call of the unknown. That whisper can grow louder over time, becoming a reminder that there is a huge, wide world out there, a world full of different sights, different sounds, and new experiences. The comfort of our routine can become a cage, even if it's gilded. We might have a nice home and a steady job, but we can still feel trapped. The days start to blend together. Monday feels like Wednesday, Friday feels just like Tuesday. We lose track of the seasons. That call to adventure shouldn't be ignored. Listen to that inner voice. Step out of your comfort zone and into a grander story. Breaking free from your routine can feel daunting. It is like trying to change the direction of a big ship. It takes effort. The routine has its own momentum, and it pulls you along with it. The first step is often the hardest. It requires a conscious decision. You have to say to yourself, I am going to do something different. This decision is a powerful one. It is the key that unlocks the door to new possibilities. It is the moment you decide to be the captain of your own ship. Think of it as a small act of rebellion against the ordinary. You don't have to quit your job and sell all your possessions. Breaking the cycle can start with something small, trying a new restaurant in your own town, taking a different route to work. These small changes loosen the grip of habit. Each new choice is a crack in the dam, letting a little adventure through. That trickle becomes a powerful river. These small breaks prepare you for a bigger leap. They build your adventure muscle. Trying new things close to home makes travel feel less intimidating. The world is not as scary as you think. People everywhere are just people. They have families, they have jobs, they have their own routines. They also have unique cultures and perspectives to share. Stepping into their world is a privilege. Replace passive existence with active living. Make your days happen. Be the author of your life story. A short, simple tale of the same chapter repeated over and over? Or do you want it to be an epic, exciting plot, twists, fascinating characters, breathtaking settings? The choice is yours. It's a declaration that your life is worth more than just repetition. You can read 100 books about Italy, but nothing teaches you about Italy like standing in the middle of the Roman Forum. You can feel the history under your feet. You can see the grandeur of what was once the center of the world. You can hear the modern city buzzing around the ancient ruins. Travel is the ultimate classroom. It teaches you things that no book or documentary ever could. It engages all of your senses. You don't just learn about a place, you experience it, you live it. This kind of learning sticks with you forever. It becomes a part of who you are. Every destination has a lesson to teach. In Amsterdam, you learn about the importance of tolerance. In Amsterdam, you learn about creative thinking. You see how a city built below sea level has thrived through ingenuity. In a small village in Greece, you learn about the power of community. You see how neighbors share food. You see how neighbors share stories, and how life moves at a slower, more human pace. These are not lessons you can study for. They are lessons you absorb by being present. They are lessons you absorb by watching. They are lessons you absorb by listening. Travel opens your mind to different ways of living and thinking. Travel also teaches you about yourself. When you are outside of your normal environment, you are forced to rely on your own wits. You have to navigate a new city. You have to figure out the public transportation system. You might have to communicate with someone who doesn't speak your language. These challenges show you how capable you are. You discover a strength and resilience you never knew you had. The best souvenirs you bring back from a trip are not the little statues or t-shirts you buy. The best souvenirs are the changes that happen inside of you. You come back a different person than when you left. You might not notice it at first, but your friends and family will. You seem more relaxed. You have more stories to tell. You have a new spark in your eye. This transformation is the real magic of travel. It is a gift you give yourself that lasts a lifetime. It's an investment in your own personal growth that pays dividends for years to come. Travel broadens your perspective in a profound way. When you see how people in other parts of the world live, your own problems can seem smaller. The traffic jam that used to ruin your day now seems like a minor inconvenience. You have seen people who are happy with much less. This new perspective helps you appreciate what you have. It fosters a sense of gratitude for the simple things in life like clean water, a safe home, the freedom to travel. You learn to focus on what really matters, and you let go of the small stuff. You also become more adaptable and open to change. On the road, things rarely go exactly as planned. A train might be late, a museum might be closed, it might rain on the day you plan to go to the beach. Travelers learn to roll with the punches. They learn to find the joy in the unexpected detours. This flexibility is a valuable skill that you bring back to your daily life. When things go wrong at work or at home, you are better equipped to handle it. You don't panic. You look for a creative solution. You find a new path forward. Perhaps the greatest change is the growth of your empathy. When you meet people from different cultures and hear their stories, you start to see the world through their eyes. The real story is in the lives of the people. This is the souvenir that can truly change everything. Think about your happiest memories. What do they involve? For many people, their happiest moments are connected to new experiences and adventures. The joy of seeing a famous landmark for the first time. The laughter shared with a new friend in a foreign land. The feeling of peace while watching a sunset over a beautiful landscape. Travel is a powerful source of happiness. It's not the fleeting happiness of buying a new gadget. It's a deep, lasting happiness that comes from creating meaningful memories. These memories are treasures you can revisit in your mind for years to come. The anticipation of a trip is a source of joy in itself. Planning, research, daydreaming about the places you will go. It gives you something to look forward to, a light at the end of the tunnel. This anticipation can make the weeks and months leading up to your trip more enjoyable. It injects a sense of purpose and excitement into your life. Then, the trip itself is a collection of happy moments. The taste of a new food, the sound of a foreign language, the sight of a stunning vista. Each one is a small deposit in your happiness bank. Even after you return home, the happiness of travel continues. You have stories to share with your friends and family. You have photos to look at that bring a smile to your face. The memories of your trip can be a source of comfort and joy on a difficult day. Just thinking about that walk along the Seine in Paris or that hike in the Swiss Alps can lift your spirits. This is called the afterglow of travel. It's the warm, happy feeling that lingers long after you have unpacked your bags. It's a reminder of the joy that is possible when you step outside your routine. Scientific studies have shown that spending money on experiences, like travel, brings more lasting happiness than spending money on material things. A new car, a new phone becomes old quickly. But the memory of a trip only gets more valuable over time. It becomes a part of your life story. It shapes who you are and how you see the world. It's about collecting moments, not things, and those moments are what make a life well lived. Many people think travel is a luxury they cannot afford. They see pictures of fancy hotels and expensive tours and think, that's not for me. But travel does not have to be expensive. Your travel dreams are closer than you think. With a little planning and smart choices, you can see the world on a budget. Make travel a priority. If you want it, you can make it happen. It starts with a mindset shift. First, you need a plan. Where do you want to go? When can you go? How much can you realistically save? Set a goal. I want to go to Portugal for 2 weeks next year. Now you have something to work toward. Create a dedicated savings account, piggy bank labeled Adventure with coins. Small weekly savings add up, review daily expenses, make coffee at home, pack your lunch for work. Small sacrifices fund big adventures. Be flexible with plans. Flight prices vary by season and day. Travel shoulder season, flights cheaper, accommodations more affordable, crowds are smaller. Be open to different destinations, Paris, Lisbon, Prague. Sometimes the best trips are unexpected. Ways to save while traveling: stay in hostels, stay in guest houses, skip big hotels, save money and meet other travelers. Eat like a local, go to the grocery store, have a picnic in a park, eat at small family-run restaurants. Avoid tourist traps, use public transportation, avoid taxis. Many cities have affordable metro or bus systems. Travel smart. Conscious choices stretch your budget. Your dream trip is a goal you can achieve. Hit subscribe now, share and like. Traveling smart is all about maximizing your experience while minimizing your stress and expenses. One of the best tips is to pack light. I have traveled for months with just a carry-on bag. It is incredibly liberating. You don't have to worry about lost luggage. You can move around easily. You are not weighed down by stuff you don't need. The key is to pack versatile clothing that you can layer. Choose a simple color palette so everything matches. You can always wash your clothes along the way. Remember, you are carrying those bags, so every pound matters. Learn a few key phrases in the local language. You don't need to be fluent. Hello, please, thank you. Excuse me. It shows respect for the local culture. It opens doors. People will be more friendly and willing to help. It can turn a simple transaction into a warm human connection. A smile and a few polite words are a universal language that everyone understands. It's a small effort that yields big rewards in goodwill and positive interactions. Do your homework before you go, but don't overplan. It is good to have a general idea of what you want to see and do. Read a good guidebook. Mark a few key sites on a map. But leave room for spontaneity. Some of the best travel moments happen when you get a little lost. When you wander down a side street and discover a hidden courtyard. When you strike up a conversation with a local who recommends their favorite restaurant. A rigid itinerary can be a tyrant. A flexible plan is a guide that allows for magic to happen. Finally, be a temporary local, not a tourist. Slow down. Don't try to see 10 cities in 10 days. You will just end up exhausted and with a blur of memories. Instead, spend more time in fewer places. Rent an apartment for a week, shop at the local market, find a favorite cafe where you can sit and watch the world go by. This deeper, more immersive style of travel is infinitely more rewarding. We often live our lives as if we have all the time in the world. We say, I'll travel someday, or I'll go on that big trip when I retire. We put our dreams on hold, waiting for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment never comes. There will always be a reason to wait. There will always be another project at work. There will always be another bill to pay. There will always be another obligation that seems more important. The danger is that someday can easily become never. We have to stop waiting and start living. Today is the only day we are guaranteed. This is your life. It is happening right now. Every day that passes is a day you will never get back. Are you spending your days in a way that feels meaningful and fulfilling? Are you creating a life that you will look back on with joy and satisfaction? Or are you just going through the motions, waiting for life to begin? Travel is a powerful antidote to this kind of passive existence. It shakes you out of your slumber. It reminds you that life is an adventure to be lived, not a problem to be solved. It fills your life with color and excitement. Think of your life as a collection of stories. When you are old and sitting in your rocking chair, what stories will you tell? Will you talk about the spreadsheets you created or the meetings you attended? Or will you talk about the time you got lost in the streets of Venice? The time you saw the sun rise over the temples of Angkor Wat? The time you shared a meal with a family in a small village in Peru? These are the stories that make a life rich. These are the experiences that shape our character and give our lives meaning. Adventures are the building blocks of a life well lived. Do not postpone joy. Life is too short and too precious to spend it waiting. The world is calling to you. There are mountains to be climbed. There are oceans to be crossed. There are cultures to be experienced. There are friendships to be made. This is your one and only life. Make it a grand adventure. Make it a story worth telling. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We have talked about the chains of routine and the joy of breaking free. We have explored how travel can be the greatest teacher, bringing you happiness, changing you from the inside out. We have seen that adventure is not just for the wealthy but is accessible to anyone with a dream and a plan. The practical tips are there. The path is clear. All that is missing is your decision to take that first crucial step. The world has not changed. It has been waiting for you all along. The hardest part is making the choice. The choice to prioritize experience over routine. The choice to say yes to adventure. Once you make that decision, everything else starts to fall into place. The savings plan becomes easier. The research becomes exciting. The fear of the unknown is replaced by the thrill of anticipation. You are no longer a passive observer of your own life. You are the active creator of your own story. This is a moment of empowerment. It is the moment you take control of your own destiny and decide to live more fully. So, I invite you to do something right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Close your eyes for a moment and let your mind wander. Let go of the how and the what ifs. Just focus on the where. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? Picture the place in your mind, see the sights, hear the sounds, imagine yourself there. That feeling you have right now, that spark of excitement, that sense of wonder, that is the call to adventure. Hold on to that feeling, let it be your guide. Your adventure is not a distant fantasy, it is a real possibility waiting for you to claim it. It begins with this simple act of imagination. It grows with the first dollar you save, the first guidebook you read, the first flight you book. The world is an incredible, beautiful, and welcoming place. It is full of wonders that are beyond your wildest dreams. The only thing standing between you and that world is the decision to go. So what are you waiting for? Where do you want your story to take you next? Hit subscribe now, share and like.